There's a lot going on behind the scenes with Khamzat that a lot of people don't know about. That Chechnyan dictator, his two sons were his cornermen. Do you want that to be the face of the middleweight division, one of the faces of the UFC, knowing there's these ties to this horrible dictator?
Word is spreading that the UFC just let a streaking heavyweight walk. Fans online are raging, and at the same time, people still doubt whether Khamzat, the scariest wolf in the sport, can even breathe deep in round 5. These stories are pulling in every kind of fight fan. Folks who love drama, folks who love stats, and folks who just want to know who's throwing hands next. So grab a water, sit back, and let's break down everything in order, because once the bell rings, you won't want to miss a single punch of this tale. Brendan Schaub has been talking non-stop about Khamzat Chimaev's engine, and he sounds pretty sure the gas tank is full. Khamzat, a fighter known for smashing people early, once battled lung problems that made everyone wonder if he could last in deep water.
And for Khamzat to go, I think number 11, maybe he's going to fight Neil Magny. No one will fight him 11 through fucking 3. And they go, all right, here's Gilbert Burns. And, you know, I'm a guy, I've been all over his Czechostanian nuts, dude.
Brendan says those lung issues are fixed and points to 2 straight 3-round wars Khamzat already survived. Imagine sprinting for 9 full minutes, getting slammed by Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman, and still looking dangerous. That's what he did. Schaub even visited the gym, watched Khamzat run drill after drill, and noticed 0 heavy breathing. He says the real test comes on the 16th of August, a 5-round main event against tough South African slugger Dricus du Plessis. Brendan's bet? Khamzat stays scary in rounds 4 and 5, proving once and for all that the tank is as big as a school bus. For fans, it's a relief. The last excuse to doubt the Chechen, Swedish wrecking machine might finally be gone.
Things I saw him do to world-class competitors. He could do it at any given moment in any aspect, whether it was striking, grappling, wrestling. He had world-class guys from each genre. And it was like he was just playing with his food.
Oddsmakers see the story a little differently, and their numbers tell a fun tale. They think if Khamzat wins, he slams the door before the second bell finishes chiming. Smart gamblers load up on an early finish, while anyone believing in du Plessis plans to grit their teeth through 25 minutes and watch the judges work. Picture a seesaw. On one side, fast knockout power. On the other, marathon toughness. Better study stats like average fight time, strike volume, and takedown defense. Then pick a lane. It's like choosing between a quick roller coaster drop and a long haunted house ride. What's cool is those bets also show how fans feel inside. Fear, hype, and memories of past fights all swirl into the odds. If the numbers shift closer to fight night, that means whispers from training camps or leaked sparring videos are tilting hearts and wallets.
Hey, I'm gonna smash that guy, knock him out 1 minute, guys. I promise. I kick your ass and his ass together. Come in the cage.
In other words, money talks, and right now it's saying Khamzat early or DDP late. Across the ocean, Paddy Pimblett is fighting a whole different enemy, his own dinner plate. When he's not in camp, Paddy's appetite turns legendary, he stacks burgers like Jenga blocks, and posts photos that make nutritionists faint. But cutting back to 156 pounds for lightweight, that's pure misery. On his YouTube channel, he laughs about one day retiring so he can say goodbye to the scale forever. He jokes he'll stroll around at light heavyweight, nearly 60 pounds heavier than his fight night self. Imagine wearing a weighted backpack filled with textbooks every day. That's the swing his body takes each year. The diet means no chips, no cake, and definitely no late night pizza runs.
You ever miss the 6-pack when you blow up between fights?
I'd rather be fat and happy than ripped, and like these people who are ripped all year round aren't happy. I'm not arsed. I don't care what they say. This 6-pack's sound, I look great, but I'd rather be fat and happy, lad.
Fans love the honesty because they feel the struggle of every skipped dessert. Paddy's personality, equal parts, clown, competitor, and confessor makes the whole thing a viral spectacle. He knows it too, turning each weigh-in into must-see television. Still, even clowns get tired of starving. Dan Hooker, never shy with an opinion, stirred the pot by saying the UFC might toss Paddy straight at featherweight king Ilia Topuria. Think of skipping to the front of a long cafeteria line. The kids waiting aren't happy. Fighters like Arman Zarukian have been grinding for years, so Hooker calls the matchup a P take, meaning it's a joke. But business is business. If a title holder gets pay-per-view points, he wants the biggest name and the softest touch.
Did you break your arm at some point in the fight?
Just a scratch. We'll have to see.
Paddy checks both boxes, massive fan base, but still raw compared to top killers. Hooker warns this shortcut could even make Justin Gaethje hang up the gloves, feeling the ranking system is broken beyond repair. In simple terms, the UFC sometimes plays chess with dollar bills, not trophies. Fighters know it, fans gripe about it, and social media explodes each time it happens. Whether Paddy can jump the line or not, the rumor alone keeps both divisions buzzing like fluorescent lights. While all that matchmaking chaos brews, boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya is firing shots at TKO in the UFC over the Muhammad Ali Act. The Ali Act was built to protect boxers from shady deals. Think of it as the fighter's seatbelt.
When did the recklessness show up? What age was the recklessness?
I think it was after, it might have been after I retired from boxing.
First, what was that?
Yeah, I was 30, I believe I was like 38 years old.
Oscar says TKO wants to snip the belt so it can speed into boxing and offer thin contracts like it does in MMA. He posted a fiery Instagram video warning fighters that their rights are under attack. Picture a hall monitor yelling down the hallway, "They're taking your lunch money." He argues the UFC already faces lawsuits from athletes claiming unfair pay, and now it wants to copy-paste that model into a new sport. A lawyer named Eric McCracken even started an online petition asking Congress to expand, not shrink, the act.
Oscar, so you're saying from 19 to 38, no drugs, no hardcore partying, nothing?
Zero, no.
Zero from 19 to 38?
No, not at all.
Literally.
I was super focused.
For casual fans, it's easy to tune out legal chatter, but Oscar uses colorful words calling the plan pigs with lipstick to make everyone listen. The bottom line? The fight outside the ring can be just as bruising as the one inside it. Even with boardroom battles raging, fresh fight news keeps piling up. Paris gets Benoit Saint-Denis versus Mauricio Ruffi on the 6th of September, a clash of rising lightweights where both guys love to brawl like two kids racing bikes down a steep hill. Perth follows on the 27th of September with Tom Nolan against Evan Elder, two regional names looking to make international noise. October packs even more heat. Farid Basharat meets Chris Gutierrez at UFC 320, a classic striker versus grappler storyline. And Rio de Janeiro hosts Irene Aldana fighting jiu-jitsu legend Bia Mesquita, who owns 10 world titles on the mat and wants to show her fists are just as sharp. Each booking spins new subplots, winning streaks, hometown crowds, and style clashes. Fans mark calendars, media pumps out highlight reels, and gyms scramble to find sparring partners who mimic opponents. It's a conveyor belt of excitement, proving the schedule never sleeps, even while executives argue over laws. Renato Moicano, the Brazilian lightweight with sharp suits and sharper wit, weighed in on the razor-thin result between Renat Derevyanchenko and Robert Whittaker.
I was very happy that the doctor stopped the fight because I don't get paid by rounds, I get paid by wins. So as soon as I finish, it's better for me. But I think it was the right decision. His eyes were pretty bad.
He says scoring the fight was easy math. 3 rounds to Renat, 2 to Rob. That sounds simple, but picture a science test where half the class circles different answer. Moicano breaks it down. Sure, Rob's 2 winning rounds look dominant, but dominance doesn't automatically erase the other 3 frames. He praises Renat's tricky clinch work, solid chin, and perfectly timed knees. The knee, Moicano says, is like a mousetrap silent until snap, then pain. Fans love hearing fighters decode fights because it feels like a backstage pass. At first, Rob disagreed online, but later he tipped his cap, saying Renat executed better. The moral here? Even world-class athletes have to study tape, swallow pride, and learn on the fly. In MMA, respect often follows replays. Dominic Reyes can't stop replaying his own battle with John Jones from 2020. He tells Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo that he clearly won the first 3 rounds, claiming Jones had nothing for him early. He even shares a secret move for blocking Jones's eye poke tactic, hammer fist to outstretched hands like swatting at sticky branches in the woods. Reyes admits rounds 4 and 5 slipped, but says takedowns that lead to instant stand-ups shouldn't matter much. It's like getting tagged in freeze tag and unfreezing yourself in 1 second. The debate lives on because close fights age like unsolved mysteries. Everyone has a theory. Reyes hopes a win over Carlos Ulberg will push him back toward the title, proving his confidence isn't just talk. For viewers, hearing him analyze the pace-breaking strategy reminds them that fighting is as mental as it is physical, a chess match played with gloves. The biggest shock of the week is the UFC's choice to let heavyweight Martin Buday walk, after he stacked a 7-1 record and 3 straight wins. Imagine a school cutting the starting quarterback after winning season MVP. It feels that wild. Buday says he got a phone call announcing no new contract for the moment, then thanked everyone and kept his chin up. Fans on forums erupted. Some ask, don't we need more heavyweights? Others compare his record to guys still employed who have more losses than pizza slices on fight week. Former fighter Zach Pauga says he can't even comment because the move feels so off base. Buday, for his part, stays calm but clearly wanted to stay. A steady heavyweight is gold in a shallow division, so letting him go seems like tossing spare change off a bridge. Everyone wonders if bad blood, boring style, or plain math drove the decision. Whatever it is, the ripple shows how fragile a UFC job can be. The backlash didn't stop at shock, it snowballed into harsh critiques about the whole heavyweight scene. Some commenters roast Dana White, saying he cares more about side projects like UFC-branded jiu-jitsu leagues than fixing the top weight class. They list other releases Jairzinho Rosenstruck, Romanov rumors, and argue depth is evaporating faster than sweat on a hot mat. One sarcastic voice notes the same fans complaining now are the ones who called Boudet's fights boring before. And yes, that's true. People boo clinch-heavy bouts, then yell when those fighters get cut. Others point out roster logic. Why keep Ty Tuivasa on a losing streak, yet drop younger winners? It's a messy stew of business choices, entertainment value, and personal taste. The lesson is simple enough for a 7th grader. In the UFC, winning isn't the only grade. Style points, personality, and timing matter too. Still, many hope Boudet signs elsewhere, racks up knockouts, and forces the UFC to rethink a classic comeback story waiting to be written.